Alright, hello everyone. This is the first devlog of Medieval RPG Sandbox. And I am really happy to be doing this right now because I've been waiting a long time, a really long time, to do this. I actually was planning to do it uh, maybe back in September, but then I ended up rewriting the code, which broke everything, of course, and everything's back to normal now, so I can start showing it off. First, we can start off by entering into the menu scene, and we might have a little bit of some loud music. I wouldn't say loud, but all right. So I guess we could start out by making a new world. We'll call this new world Devlog because Devlog. Alright, let's hit create. Gonna have a couple weird sounds, but that's all due to things spawning in. Alright, and we are in the world. Would you look at that? Okay. I guess let's start off with, we can take a look at the weather system. This is using Unistorm's weather system. We can change the time of day to nighttime, and then all the way, that's a little loud. Okay. We can change the time of day all the way back to there. Alright. Let's change the weather. Let's get some heavy rain going. We'll change the weather. And we'll just let that do its thing while we go over what's going on here. Alright. Let's take a look at the inventory. Here we have a left and a right panel for inventory, and this is the inventory that the player starts with. And let's just pick some stuff up, if I can. Pick that up. Oh sure, now the rain's starting. Oh no, it's kind of cool because you can see the clouds forming. And as the clouds form, it gets a little grayer, and there's a lot of fog that builds up until it starts to rain. But it sounds like it's getting stormy out. Alright, so in the meantime, let's just pick some stuff up. Little flag there. Pick that up. Pick some of this up. And these are some special items. We see how all this stuff is in our inventory. But if we pick it up, we have more space now. Now we can drag all this stuff in there. And if we were to drop this, all this stuff would stay in this bag. You know, this is getting a little loud for me. I'm just gonna change the weather to clear again, so the sound stops. You can see how the clouds dissipate, which is really nice. Okay, I guess we could start by using some of these tools. Let's start. Why did I put them in there? Oh, I found a bug. Would you look at that? Huh. Okay. Now let's start with the shovel. As you can see, we can start digging. And this is voxel terrain, which means that I can dig under the surface. I'm not trying to save the scene, Unity. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, you can dig under the surface of the terrain here. Let's see if we can find the hole on the other side. There we go. There's the hole on that side. Right, and the same thing works with... Well, I hope I don't get struck by lightning. Same thing works for this. But would you please? I am trying... Okay. I was joking when I said I didn't want to get struck by lightning. Up. Okay, let's change the weather to clear, please. So, okay, hopefully it goes away now. Sometimes the weather changes too fast for it to catch up with some of your inputs. Okay, let's pause this quick and add a axe into the scene, because I just realized I don't have one in here. Inventory items. And let's find where the character is. And let's just give him a nice little axe to play with. Where'd it go? Okay. So there's the axe. Got the axe here. And let's cut a tree down. Right now the trees don't leave stumps, they just fall over in one piece, but that's an easy enough thing to do eventually. So we'll just start cutting this tree down. And I will have to warn you, the sounds are pretty loud. I guess now I can get into... Let's get into this work area. Right now, I'm not sure if it was re-implemented yet. Might have been. There we are. Okay. So this work area controls the NPC's work habits. You can set them to do different things, such as this work area you can set to be nothing. You can set it to be a construction site, a mine, a harvest area, which just means maybe you have a field that you want to collect from. And you can go to different NPCs, which haven't been re-implemented yet, but it was working at one time, where the list of NPCs spawns up, not spawns, excuse me, the list of NPCs is created here, and you can tell them what their current job is inside of this list. Now, on the other side, you have my stockpiles, and this is where some of your transport workers will take the supplies that they have to drop off. And they'll just keep working like that until it's done. And then you can tell the workers to do something else. And that's about it for the work area. You can, I mean, if you want it to, you could name it maybe My Mine or something like that. And it would be labeled as My Mine when you go to the worker. You tell them where you want them to go, and if you they have their own list of workplaces that they can go to, and you can select My Mine and send them there. Which I'm getting a little bit too into detail. I should probably hold off on that. Maybe in the next devlog you'll be able to see that in action. The miners mining and the people collecting trees, stuff like that, building. So you can also remove the work area, which just destroys the little flag there. And would you look at that? It's starting to get nighttime, it's a nice little touch. Okay, on top of that, we have the sword, which when I take the sword out, we go into this combat stance, which combat is in the game. Maybe I can show that a little bit later, but it hasn't been fully implemented because the animations are different and it's a little hard to get it to work together. So maybe on the next devlog I'll be able to showcase the animations as well. I think it's getting rainy again. I better, let's change the weather so that back to clear. Change weather here. All right. Hopefully it dissipates, because it gets a little bit loud when I'm trying to talk over it. Let's go over how the building system works in the game. It's pretty straightforward. I eventually plan to have a system that you can put blocks inside of other blocks depending on some conditions. Like, let's say 2 wall blocks. Instead of having a specific block called a corner block for a wall, you could just take 2 wall blocks and they would merge together, which is my plan, so that to give people a little bit more ingenuity instead of just having a preset block. Now, as you can see here, I'm building this kind of L shape, which you can imagine has a lot of tension right here. So if I keep building outwards, it's going to break. Whoops. I looked the wrong way for that. Let me try that again. All right, let's just break it real quick. And there it goes. All right. So the way you build something really has an effect on how structurally sound it is. If I were to build out this way and keep building, eventually it would fall, as we've seen. But if I just keep building out this way, and let's build out one more, I guess. Not there. No. Right here. Okay. Let's just keep... Oh, I don't want to build there. See, if I would have kept building there, it would break. But I build over here, and now both of them are supporting the load, which if I were to break one of these ends, the other side would break as well. Look at that. So, there's a lot of cool stuff you could do with this. And this is only one block, obviously, and I plan to add a whole boatload of... Let me try that again. I plan to add a whole lot of blocks. A whole lot of blocks. Let's just put it that way. I pretty much showed everything that wasn't behind the scenes. Most of the code rebuild was things like the inventory system, multiplayer being implemented, and just things like that. Combat. A lot of that has been just, you know, completely revamped, and that really took a lot of time, especially since for some reason I've been a lot more busy than I normally am. But hopefully during this winter things will slow down and I'll have a lot more time to do what I like. A lot more time to spend on this. If there's any questions that anyone might have, I'd be happy to answer them, because I really can't think of anything else to talk about right now. So with that, I think I'm going to sign off. Alright, so that was the first devlog. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll be doing a devlog every first and third week of the month. So that'll definitely be something to look forward to. So a couple things before I wrap up. There is a Discord for the game. And if you want to tell me something that you thought about this video or the game, I'd love to hear it. And you could find me there, or I guess wherever you see this video. And that's about it. And I guess I'll see you the next time I make a video. Alright? See you next time.